Having a profitable Google Shopping campaign is one of the best things you can have for your e-commerce store. Seeing the traffic coming in every day, making you money, and seeing your bank account grow is a pretty good feeling. In this video, we're going to learn all about profits and profitability for Google Shopping. Overall, to make money with Google Shopping, you need to spend less on your ad costs than the gross profit you generate from your campaigns. Now, doing this requires a lot of work, but we teach you everything in this free course. In this video, we're going to learn the foundations of profits and everything you need to get there. So in this video, you're going to learn how to calculate the profits for your e-commerce store, how to know if your ads are actually profitable or not. And then finally, what are the next steps to actually optimize your campaigns based on this profitability? So before we jump into calculating our profits, what is profitability? I like to define profits simply as the total amount remaining after you get your sales and pay for your expenses. For example, if you sold your products and made $1,000 in sales, but it cost you $600 for the products and your other expenses, your net profit would be $400. We then divide $400 by our original $1,000 in sales to get a net profit margin of 40%. This is what we really care about here. These net profits are the amount of money you would have in your bank account at the end of the month. Now that we know what profits are, it's important to know what ROAS is. ROAS is your return on advertising, ROAS. You calculate it by getting your total sales revenue divided by your ad spend. This tells you for every $1 you put into your marketing, how much do you get back in sales? For example, if I put $1 into my marketing and I got $5 in sales back, my ROAS would be 5. In the same way, if you put $10,000 into your marketing this month and you got $50,000 in sales, your ROAS would still be 5. Now, that's your actual ROAS. Another important metric is your break-even ROAS. Your break-even ROAS is the minimum ROAS you need to break even or at least start making profits on your sales. Basically, knowing that if you spend $1 on your ads, how much in sales do you need to not be losing money? We want to learn this so we can keep a close eye on our campaign's profitability. For example, if I know that my break-even ROAS is 3.4, and then this month I get a ROAS of 3.1, this campaign is not profitable and we're losing money. On the inverse, if I got a ROAS of 5.2, then this campaign was profitable because 5.2 is higher than 3.4. Knowing your break-even ROAS informs how you actually optimize your Google Ads account all the way down to the single product ads. It keeps you data-driven, always pointing towards profits as your ultimate goal. So how do you calculate your break-even ROAS and your profit margin? Well, I'm going to show you that right now. You calculate your net profit margin by getting your total sales, taking away the cost of your products, and the cost of your expenses. If you have a new store, you're generally going to be making a few guesses here. But if you have at least 6 months of data, that's going to give you a good average net profit that we can use to inform our campaigns. Here's what we're going to do together. Go below this video, I've left a link to a special spreadsheet that we're going to use to calculate our net profit margin as well as our break-even ROAS. Let's go right now, open this up and fill this out together.
Once you have the sheet open, add in your sales in this first section here. Let's say $100,000 over the last 12 months. The next box is for what's called cost of goods sold. This is how much your products cost from your supplier. Say I have 2 different types of products here. For the inventory of the first one, I spent $20,000. The inventory of the second one, I spent $30,000. Now, this is important. The amounts I put in here directly relate to the sales above. The $100,000 above should be the $100,000 in sales for the cost of the product you bought here. This will then show us the total cost of goods sold, in our case, $50,000. The next section calculates our gross profit. This is our total sales minus the total cost of goods sold. There we have our gross profit of 50% too. Scrolling down, we'll next enter in our expenses. First, we have our fixed expenses. These are expenses you need to pay for your store even if you sell 0 products. Things like Shopify app subscriptions or anything like that. I've made it so that you can put the cost per month, the number of months, and it calculates the total cost for that expense. Make sure the number of months is the length of period for which you sold your products in the first box. For example, if it took you 3 months to sell that amount of products, then put 3 months. Next, we have our variable expenses. These are expenses that increase as we sell more products. A good example is any payment processing fees. We have to pay a fee on these for each credit card transaction, so these go up with each sale. Another one is shipping, so they're in there too. This then gives our total expenses at the bottom, which then allows us to calculate our net profit margin, and finally, our break-even ROAS. This is all done for you with the formulas in our sheet. We now know that we need each $1 of advertising spend to make us at least $2.26 in sales for us to break even. Anything above, we make profits. Anything below, we lose money and we make a loss.
So the next point is, how do we actually know that our Google Shopping campaigns are profitable? With this break-even ROAS right here, we know that we need to get above this break-even ROAS for the actual ROAS for our campaigns in order to be profitable. What I love about this is it's an easy metric that we can check anytime we want. Just open up your Google Ads account and show the column conversion value over cost. You'll find this metric viewable through all of your Google Ads account. You can see if certain campaigns, certain ads, certain search queries are profitable for your store. So now that we know if we're profitable or not, how do we actually make our account profitable? This is where the optimizations and strategies come through. There's a lot to cover, which is why we have a lot of videos on the topic in our free Google Shopping course. So if you're watching this video on YouTube, it's actually part of this free course, and you can access the course totally free, no sign up required, by clicking the link down below. The optimization process takes time. This is how it works. Imagine that we have a huge group of traffic that we're showing our ads to, but only a small percentage of those would actually buy our products. How do we carve away all this traffic that's not converting and focus on these customers here that are profitable? This is exactly what we learn in the optimization section of our free Google Shopping course. We're also going to learn how to guide the algorithm so that we show more to people just like these people here that are more likely to buy from us. It requires regular work, collecting the data, analyzing that data, and making smart, profit-driven decisions. That's it, guys. That's how we calculate the break-even ROAS and profitability for our e-commerce store. If this video was helpful, please hit the like button and let me know in the comments down below. Let's now get into the next video.